just got elected president 2 days ago, but a world just not very happy, you would think, looking at what's going on in Minneapolis right now and scores of other cities where they're blocking traffic now, doing anything they want. Now, they have the right to protest. We should stress that. But when I was asking our producers exactly what are they protesting, the fact that he won, the fact they don't want him to take office, and apparently the theme seems to be he should get out. He shouldn't be sworn in. Well, if people had said the same about Barack Obama, who weren't keen on his election 8 years ago, what would be said of them? What would be said of their response? That they're sore losers, that they're worse? Well, we didn't see that kind of thing, certainly not to the degree we are here. Now, a lot of them base it on things that were said and done during this presidential race. Well, things are said and done during lots of presidential races. Again, if you flip that around and you were to base it on things that Hillary Clinton had said and done and emailed, or we discovered later on had said behind closed doors in speeches that were supposed to never get out, and base that on your reluctance to see her as a winner as she won, well, where do you draw the line? The American people have spoken. You're upset about it. Fine, understandable. But holy cow. All right. Meanwhile, there is the business of continuing the nation's business, and the president-elect, with the inspiration of no less than the present occupant of the Oval Office and the woman he defeated, to move on to that transition and to support that transition effort. And we're getting a lot of details now about how that is shaping up and who that is shaping up to be. Connell McShane with more on that. Hey, Connell.
There, Neil. Yeah, it's a busy day today. The first headline would be Mike Pence in, Chris Christie out. The vice president-elect replacing the governor of New Jersey as chairman of Donald Trump's transition team. Looks like Team Trump here trying to capitalize on Pence's connections on Capitol Hill from his days in the Congress. And when we say Christie's out, he's out as the head of the team. He's still a key member of it, though. You look at the vice chairs of this transition team. Christie's one of them. You have Ben Carson, Newt Gingrich, Rudy Giuliani, Senator Jeff Sessions, Lieutenant General Michael Flynn, and some other members of the executive committee are interesting. A couple of members of Congress, I'd point out, Lou Barletta and Tom Marino from that all-important state of Pennsylvania helped Trump a lot during the campaign. Marsha Blackburn, Chris Collins, Devin Nunes also on that list. And some of the others maybe give us an idea of potential key figures in the administration. Reince Priebus from the RNC, campaign chairman Steve Bannon, and the billionaire Peter Thiel. So is there a chief of staff among them? So with all that happening today, plus you have key family members playing a role in the transition. Son-in-law Jared Kushner, Mr. Trump's three oldest children, Don Jr., Ivanka, and Eric. And as we look over these names, there's a lot to talk about today in terms of top priorities in a new Trump administration. A number of them could mean key components of President Obama's legacy are undone, talking about things like repealing Obamacare. But there was an interview that Trump did with the Wall Street Journal today. It was very interesting. He said he's open to keeping some of Obamacare in place, things like protection for people with pre-existing conditions. Apparently, he and the president talked about that in their Oval Office meeting. He also said financial deregulation is a priority. So that would be good news to the banks. So we have this shakeup in the team and Mike Pence taking over, Neil, and now we know some of the priorities that they'll be working on when things get started.
All right, thank you very much, Connell McShane. All right, in the meantime, some people have heard these things leaking out about whether Donald Trump was making an about face on ripping up and repealing the health care law, as you could say. And during the campaign, he liked some of those features, like coverage for pre-existing conditions, keeping your kids on the policy a little older. So does that really represent an about face as much as trying to find the right face for health care? Karl Rove, after this.